Good afternoon, everyone. Winter Storm Petra bearing down across the eastern United States Central Plains. Winter alerts, winter storm watches. Record snow, Las Vegas. Record snow, Quebec, causing roofs to collapse. Coldest in 80 years, bringing us back to 1939 in Saskatchewan. 3-month outlook, Environment Canada, well below normal out west. In the United States, wait a second, that's March 2nd, minus 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Right smack in the middle of our wheat growing belt. And I want to thank the administrators at Gab for putting me on the Welcome to Gab front page there. Accounts some new users look for, Adapt 2030 David Dubine. And if you're on Gab, subscribe to the channel, Adapt 2030. And during these uncertain times, I've teamed up with My Patriot Supply long-term food storage. A nice, affordable starter kit. 2-week food supply, 1,500 calories per day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinners, plus the 4-gallon storage containers included in that. This is a good first step in getting more self-sufficient. And if you click through the Prepare with Adapt 2030 page in My Patriot Supply, you can get this starter kit for $75. Please remember there's a limit of 2 per household in this special offer. Taking a look here at the GOES continental U.S. This is from a couple days ago as the storm is getting ready to push through the eastern part of the United States. Upper atmospheric disturbance, jet streams, they're in the wrong place yet again. And look at that extreme cold off the west coast of Canada and further down into Washington, Oregon. That would explain a lot of the record snow that BC and Washington State have received. Weakening magnetosphere due to a decline in solar activities responsible for these breaks in the jet stream. Bringing you back here, wind and weather alerts. This is from weather.com. Winter storm watches, winter weather advisories, and winter storm warnings in the darker areas there for you. Now, this is going to be sweeping over an enormous amount of the lower 48 as well as parts of Canada. We're going to loop in here. This is from Ryan Maue off of weathermodels.com. The composite is blue, snow line preceding the front, purples, freezing rain, and obviously the darker the color, the more intense that is in that particular area as we progress through the next 48 hours. And those of you that have been following my channel Adapt 2030 for some time know that going head-to-head locking horns with the IPCC, trying to explain my premise as well as others that solar activity is really responsible for what's going on with the mix-ups in our jet stream, the mix-ups in the climate that you're seeing on the planet. And I try to put this information out 4 to 5 times a week along with the podcast. Thank you, the administrators at Gab, for noticing. So on the front page, when you go into Gab, the reformatted site after they were taken down due to free speech issues. On the front page, you'll see accounts some new users look for. You'll find Adapt 2030 right there. There's different explanations and different causations for so many things happening on this planet. I'm looking at the grand solar minimum, explaining why your food prices are getting expensive, why there's so much social chaos going on across the place, because it's planned as a massive distraction, so you're not looking at why your food prices are rising, and understand that there's going to be less food grown every single year from now on. By 2028, there will not be enough food to feed this planet, period. You already have solar physicists saying, hey, governments, you already need to stockpile 4 years worth of food right now for 2028. So if you're on the platform Gab, jump over, subscribe to Adapt 2030. If you're not on Gab, go ahead and sign up for an account. It is truly one of the last bastions on the internet for free speech. Taking a look at fabulous Las Vegas record snow. Something that was not predicted during global warming forecasts. This breaks a daily snowfall total for the date. And it's also the second latest date in the winter season where half an inch of snow or more has fallen. The last record was 0.6 of an inch, 1987. Now, the most interesting thing about this, with this winter storm warning coming in, They're looking for another 1 to 3 inches of snow, so this will literally be 6 times the old record if it does come in as such at 3 inches. And taking a look at the forecast over the next 72 hours from Ryan Maui at weathermodels.com. No snowfall in Phoenix, but yes in Las Vegas, so it is a very good chance that they're going to break that all-time snow record by multiple times, not just a little bit over, but 3, 4, 5 times the original record. These are the types of things you would expect during the grand solar minimum intensification. And up in Saskatchewan, coldest February in 80 years. And the number of days colder than 20 degrees below 0 Celsius in February. Oh, look at the top there, 2019. And even Environment Canada puts it as this kind of cold stretch in February was last seen in 1939. You have to realize that these totals have only gone through February 13th, and it's been colder since then, so this chart will need to be updated at the end of the month. And with Environment Canada staying on the same track within the article, they put out a 3-month forecast on what the temperatures would be. They're showing warmer than average in the east, Newfoundland, Baffin Island, last seed point of the glaciation on our planet, and out to the west, showing extreme below normal temperatures. And this brings us all through March and April as well. The beginning of getting the fields ready to plant. Yeah, that time. So jumping out here to the March 2nd forecast as well, weathermodels.com, showing 47 degrees Fahrenheit below 0. This will be the Super Freeze 3.0. And what's interesting is you notice where it's centered? Right over our grain belts in the United States. On to the record snowfall in Quebec. Collapsing roofs. Montreal breaking accumulation records back to 1993, roofs collapsing. And then I came across this emergency that was put out by the Canmore Mounties. Dozens of crashes shut down the Trans-Canada Highway in Alberta. And I thought that's really strange because Canadians are so used to driving in the snow. They're so used to these types of conditions. It makes no sense why there would be 40-car pileups. And remember, this is area, they already have snow tires. They're so used to driving in it. It's like this is the normal condition in the winter, yet it's so extreme that it's causing all these pileups. Chris Anhorn here sharing with CBC News. The signs are all around us for this amplification of the grand solar minimum. And I do thank you for watching. Please visit our sponsor, My Patriot Supply, long-term food storage, as well as water filtration, and a few other things to get yourself ready for these impending changes. And every purchase you make helps keep ADAPT 2030 on air and independent. MyPatriotSupply.com, prepare with ADAPT 2030, the links below in the description box, as well as links to mini Ice Age conversations, 30 minutes on the go, more analysis on the grand solar minimum, and links to the ADAPT 2030 social media feed.